Yeah, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chandan Sudeep, and this is an important video series mainly for the young freshers, young students, or young professionals who wants to take their career in sustainability domain or ESG domain, and they want to upskill themselves in sustainability. So I am preparing a bit of series. This is part 4 of the series video where I'll just try to guide you on different kind of skill set which is required for you as a fresher or as a young professional or as a student. You can upskill yourself such that you get prepared for facing any kind of interviews, or even if you want to look for any intensive program, so you can think of upskilling yourself and get prepared or be ready for facing the interviews or challenges in sustainability domain, friends. So these videos are going to be very useful for you. Do watch the video series. Even in part 1, 2, 3, I have shared few information, few important understanding you should have on developing your skill set or kind of skill set which is expected as a fresher from you. Not so much of expertise, but yes, for something is expected from the interviewers, right? Even if you are applying for a job as a fresher or as a young professional who wants to transit from any other domain to this sustainability, ESG, green domain, friends. So this is an important video. Be with me throughout the video, and I'll help you understand the key skill set which is expected from a fresher point of view, friends. So to start with, why problem solving matters in sustainability. So my skill set, which I want to highlight in this particular video, is on the problem solving skill set, which is directly or indirectly linked to your upskilling, or maybe something which is expected from you as a fresher, as a student, or as a young professional, friends. So you should have an understanding of how to solve problem, because the companies will hire you to work on the problems that they are facing. Sustainability is a kind of area which can be explored in different ways, right? It's a really a booming sector where people or companies look for kind of solutions which they can highlight to their stakeholders, right? So, for example, they are struggling with the waste or energy optimization or water utilization, whatever it is. So, any KPI you think about, they might be struggling with the KPIs, right? So, it is your role as a consultant or as a team player, as team lead, that is, you solve the problems. You help the company to solve the problems and set up their roadmap, set up their journey to how to deal with the SDGs, like sustainable development goals, or maybe sustainability as a whole, or ESG practice. So how you can solve their problems, right? So problem solving matter is something nowadays in practice for the consultant or as a consultant, or within the organization if you're working in. So like, for example, uh, how do we reduce waste can be a challenge for a company. They might be struggling with understanding what the waste they have, or how they can reduce the waste, right? How can they cut the carbon emissions? So they know that they have too much of emissions going on, but how to reduce the emissions, where are the gaps happening, how to save energy. Let's say company is paying huge energy bills, electricity bills, where to cut short the bills, how to reduce the energy bills, they're not aware of. So as an employee in sustainability domain, you can help the organization in reducing their energy wastage or carbon emissions or reduce wastage, right? So there can be, these can be profiles you can think of where company will hire you as a consultant and as an expert, or even if you are a fresher, you can have an experience and understanding the concepts, and then you can help the team within the company itself, right? So the company will look for this kind of resources available in the market, and this is a very good job opportunity if you have this kind of skill set or this kind of understanding to solve the company's problem, to solve the organization problem, or be part of the journey where company is looking for some kind of solution in energy wastage, or maybe water, or any other KPI they are looking for, right? So problem solving skill set which I'm talking about today is something, a kind of a skill set, not directly but indirectly is important for your understanding as a fresher, as a student, as a young professional, friends. The 4-step sustainability problem solving framework which I have built today for you people to understand how you can go ahead. It's not a rocket science, but it's not like you will start in one day and you finish it in one day itself. It's a complete journey which you can have, which you can build up as a skill set, friends. So step 1 will be to identify the problem clearly. First of all, you should have an understanding what kind of problem exists. So there can be different kind of KPIs within the company. The company is struggling. So you have to first of all identify which KPI you have to work. So let's say a company is struggling with water, right? Water management, or maybe it's a waste, or it can be energy, or can be also from social practice, right? So, or governance practice. So it can be anything. First of all, you have to identify exactly what's happening there in the company and what are the material topics for them, or what are the key topics which is troubling the company. So suppose if you're part of a sustainability team, you can be part of the journey where you can help the organization to grow in sustainability domain. First of all, you have to pinpoint the loopholes, the areas where problem exists or persist, or you can suggest the company head or company's board with the problem statement. Okay, these are the key problems companies facing where we should pitch in, or we should help the company or work all together, step in to minimize the risk or minimize the problems in that particular area. So first of all, you have to know the problems clearly, why the problems are happening and who is affected. If anything is happening, let's say water as a KPI is a problem for the company, who are affected? Is it like within the company or outside the company, community itself also getting affected with the problem of which water companies experiencing? So you have to understand the kind of problem and how the company itself getting impacted, also outside the company or any other stakeholder getting impacted with the problem company is facing. Those kind of things you have to deal with, right? Then break the problem into small pieces. That is, it's not like you have to deal with all the problems at once, or even within a problem, cannot have everything at once. So you can have to start with breaking the problem into small pieces, right? Then you can start one by one. Let's say if you have waste as a problem, if you think about, there can be food waste, there can be plastic waste, there can be paper waste, there can be e-waste. So different kind of waste can be problem for the company as a whole. But you have to think, okay, if I see waste as a problem, let's break them into different waste categories. And then one by one, you can start with, let's say start with food waste first. So focus on only food waste, right? How to minimize the food waste. Or let's say if the company is struggling with the waste as a whole, but paper waste is the most problematic area for them, or e-waste can be the problematic area for them, or plastic waste can be a problematic area for them. Then focus on that particular waste mechanism, right? Step three will be think of practical, low cost solutions. So any company will not entertain where they have to pay heavy costs, right? So they will also practically think about, okay, what are the low hanging fruits or low cost solutions or free of cost solutions which can be easily applicable for the company, for the organization. So as a resource, they expect from you having a skill set to guide the company or be part of the journey of the company where you can support the company with practical solutions. Okay, these are the loopholes and these are the key hanging fruits which we can target first, where we can help you to minimize the cost. Or at a low cost, these solutions can be applicable or can be implementable, right? You can implement these uh, low cost mechanisms or solutions instead of going for the higher cost or medium sized cost. Slowly you can pitch in for the medium and higher size for maybe long term cost where you have heavy cost and long term benefits. But for the short term benefits, which can be easily implementable without much of investment by the company, you can think of those practical solutions first, and you can support the company or guide the company, suggest the company with those low hanging fruits solution kind of friends. Measure the results is an important point. It is whatever, if you cannot measure it, you will not be able to visualize it, right? So you have to measure it tactfully, and then results can be shown to the board members, to the company stakeholders, key stakeholders. Okay, these are the results coming out of the waste, for example. Let's say if you're talking about the waste reduced, how much the waste can be reduced if you apply this particular solution. If you think in that perspective, or let's say energy, so whatever energy implementation you're doing for the energy saving conservation measures, so you have to measure them. That can be visualized, that can be shown to the stakeholders, the key stakeholders, because these are the energy saving measures which can be done, and this will be the result that this much amount of energy will be saved. If you show it to the management in this way, then they will accept it and with a low cost, right? So real examples business can use, like I said, one example of the waste. So if waste, if you target as a KPI where the company is struggling, within the waste you can target the paper waste or plastic waste or any kind of waste company is struggling, and then slowly you can pitch in for the other waste also going forward. Same with the reducing of electricity, for example. Let's say if you are staying in a hostel, right, and if you're targeting the hostel reduction of electricity bill, so you have to start with how you can start with electricity of one part of the hostel, where you can go with the entire hostel. and room by room also you can go, or common areas you can think about. So different things you can think about within the hostel, how you can implement one by one. But the low hanging fruits first will be the key solution you can recommend to the hostel owner, or the university you are studying, or the company you are part of, or organization you are part of. So you can start with slowly, one by one, indicating, highlighting the key low-hanging solutions, and implement them. Guide the organization, guide the company, guide your hostel owner, guide your university owner to solve these kind of problems, right? And that then this will help you to also increase your skill set, and you get more confidence. And going forward, you can work on the live projects, bigger projects. For example, you can work for the oil and gas industries, you can work for the aluminum sector, steel sector, bigger industries, listed companies. Also, you can be part of slowly. Once you have these experiences as a fresher now, you can gain the confidence, and then you can suggest the bigger organization for implementation in their perspective on a bigger role, right? So you can start with small things, one by one, implement it, gain the confidence, and this will help you as a good consultant going on. Or also you can be part of good company, organization, big organization. You can be part of your journey as a sustainability professional, friends. So how to practice the problem solving in 30 days? So mainly observe the problems around you, wherever you, if it is an organization or a client, as a consultant, or you are in a hostel, university, whatever it is visible. Break them into parts. I said, create simple solutions first, target those solutions which are low hanging, and then measure the results such that you can show the finding to the concerned stakeholders. This practice you can do to start with as a fresher. This will give you some sort of project management skill set. Also will gain this kind of skill set and give you confidence if you become a good consultant, or also be part of any good organization in their sustainability roadmap, in their sustainability journey, friends. So let me know in the comments which sustainability problem do you want to solve for your organization first, or part of any sustainability journey for your organization, or a hostel, or a university, college, university, whatever it is, wherever you be part of. Let me know in the comment section, friends, which sustainability problem do you want to be part of, or you want to solve first, friends. I have prepared a lot of videos which you can go through on sustainability, and I will be uploading more videos for young professionals, from freshers, students, which you can refer to if you literally want to have a skill set, build your skill set, and be part of sustainability journey in any organization. Also, it will help you to gain internship if you are looking for. Also, it will help you to go ahead and face the interviews for key job roles or in job, friends. So be with me in different videos I'm going to upload, friends. This will help you literally build your skills yourself, and also build your profile in sustainability domain, friends. And thanks for watching the video, friends. Follow me for more updates on sustainability related career opportunities and guidance. You can share your thought process or any queries, doubts if you have on my email ID. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll share the description. I'll share the link in the description below, friends. And do like and share the video if you found the content useful. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, friends. Also share it with your colleagues and friends whom you feel is important for them to also have an understanding on ESG, green, and sustainability related journey, friends. So do subscribe channel. This will motivate me to prepare more these kind of videos going forward, and help you in your professional journey, in your sustainability professional journey, friends. So thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video, friends. Until then, take care of yourself and keep learning, friends.